Good morning and welcome back to Mission Control Houston, where we're ready for our final Space Station Flight Director update. Joining us this morning is Royce Renfrew, who just came off shift in the International Space Station Flight Control Room. Royce, good morning.
Good morning, Kelly. Thanks for having me.
Glad to have you here. Well, let's get right into our questions. A big day on orbit for the crew. They completed the final spacewalk. Did they get all the objectives accomplished?
Yeah, EVA-5 was a great success today. The crew came out early. They were very aggressive working through the timeline. They got all of the objectives done that we wanted to get them done. They managed to get the cameras on. We did a lot of outfitting on the Jeff, put some handrails and some whiff adapters in. They also patted down some MLI that we had coming up on the SPDM. They took care of that for us, and all in all did a great job today.
Great. Now, they didn't get to the payload attach system, but you kind of knew that going in.
Yeah. By the time they got to where they would have headed out to do the pass today, the on-console team decided they had already passed their bingo and would not be able to finish that off. No big deal. We'll get that either in EVA coming up on one of the docked missions or in a stage EVA. We don't actually need it until ULF-3, so not an issue.
Okay. And inside the station, the crew did we did some more work from the ground, actually, related to the carbon dioxide removal assembly. Is that all working normally again?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we managed to get that all back up and running today, put a patch on the vehicle to some of the computers there that control that system. The patch essentially ignores the fact that we have a problem with one of those RPCMs, or tells the system to ignore the fact that RPC is not closed. And during my shift this evening, the ECLS officer brought the seeder back up to operational, and we were processing CO2 out of the system all night. It's all working wonderfully. In reality, we're back in a nominal config. We're just down redundancy. So I'm excited about the fact that we got that done before the orbiter left and demonstrated we could take care of that.
And you mentioned RPCM. That's basically a circuit breaker on board, right?
That's correct. It's an electrical circuit that flows power to that system. And we had a problem a couple days ago where one of those circuit breakers popped open. And so what we did is trick the software out by telling it just to ignore the fact that RPC or that circuit breaker is actually open.
Great, but that's a safe configuration, and now the carbon dioxide removal is going on like normal.
Yeah, absolutely. The last couple of days, we've had a bunch of our ECLS flight controllers on console operating the system in a manual mode, where they were commanding all of the things that the computer would normally take care of during an automatic sequence. So now that we've got this patch on the vehicle, the system is operating perfectly nominally. We're just down, like I said, one set of redundancy in one set of heaters. So I'm very happy that we got that done.
Okay. And is everything looking good for undocking?
Yep. We went through all the timeline this evening, made sure that was all potted. Close the hatches about 9:30 local and undock about 12:30 local. A couple other activities that we have coming up. Obviously, the 34P docking will be about 6 in the morning the following day, so it's a very busy time on orbit. Did an EVA yesterday, going to undock the orbiter on this day, and then 34P docking coming up day after.
So Expedition 20 crew doesn't get much of a rest.
They'll spend the day getting ready for 34P. I'm sure they're all excited about having the 2.5 tons of cargo coming up on the Progress vehicle. They're always excited about Progress docking. So they'll spend the day after we get the orbiter headed home getting ready for the Progress, and then after the Progress gets there, there's some critical items or some items that produce and whatnot that we can't leave in the vehicle. They'll get that out and enjoy that, and then the following day they'll have a little bit of downtime to be able to relax after a hectic mission that we've gone here in the 2JA.
And Koichi Wakata's coming home after being a part of 3 expedition crews, and now Tim Copra's up there, and I bet he's looking forward to getting going on his expedition duties.
Koichi has done an absolutely phenomenal job on the vehicle here. He's done everything that any of the control centers have asked him to do, so he can give himself a pat on the back. And I know that he and Tim have spent a lot of time the last couple of days handing over and learning all the nuances of the vehicle, and I know Tim's excited about becoming part of the ISS crew and picking up right where Koichi left off. So we're going to do good here.
Great. Well, Royce, thank you so much for being with us tonight, and good luck to the station team as they move off into what we call stage operations, and to your control team as they move into the normal support rhythm that we have here.
Well, thanks again. Thanks for having me.
That's Royce Renfrew, the off-going Space Station Flight Director, with our last Space Station Flight Director update of the STS-127 mission. We'll now return to continuing coverage of the mission.